Yeah.
Alright, starting it. So, we just did a scrim against these people, and we did really badly. So you want to go through the entire video and talk about what we did wrong, and we'll be casting a little bit behind, because I have to talk from the stream, and the stream is a few seconds behind the video, and they all have to watch the stream. So, basically, that's how it's going to go. And starting it. So it should start soon. What the fuck? Shit.
You broke it.
I broke it. You're right. Waiting for this to actually go into the picks and bands. There you go. Okay. So. Wait.
Okay, first of all, I was AFK during this point, so...
Oh, wow, I did set my main JD masteries, and they didn't think that the game didn't think that I did. They've been retarded.
So I think Graves was a good band. Good band.
Graves was a good band.
Well, I mean, I would have liked to... I would like
Yeah,
to know
Fox.
what they had played before I had actually gone to ban.
Yeah.
I also think Sin shouldn't be banned because he's easy to deal with when you're, like, organized. But, like, in solo queue, he's just...
I don't think we talked about that ban. Chris just kind of banned him.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no one would tell me anything.
Yeah. Gragas? Jeremy just didn't want to use Gragas.
I was...
Oh, wait, shit. Casting from the future. Okay, there we go.
And, I mean, Gragas was a really bad choice, because... I mean, I don't think any of them had any intention of playing Gragas.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
And,
I saw on Beef their actual mid AP. He was playing quite a bit of Gragas. He had like 3 or 4 games with him.
Okay, then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Still should have
Because, I mean, I know they countered me.
Yeah, they banned Sono. Ramus is just a standard ban, and Caitlyn did absolutely nothing because I can't play Caitlyn. So there's that first pick Scion. Oops, casting from the future.
You saw it?
Okay, then, after this, I think, from seeing the Scion, Marlene should have been a little bit more tankier. Like, mid should have been something like...
Gragas.
Aston would actually be...
Casting
bad.
would have been...
No.
Well, with the silence,
Casting
it would have been...
is
As long as you
anti-magic.
silence before he's stunned, yeah, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Well, his stun has a bigger range, but the thing about Kassadin is that he's anti-magic in a sense. Not only can he silence, not only can he slow, but the biggest thing is that his passive and his W, which makes it really easy to like just jump in, soak up a bunch of magic damage, and then jump out. That's the point of Kassadin. Not like
Well, I mean, the thing with Scion is the only thing that he really relies on are his stun and his shield, but those do so much damage and they have such a high AP ratios that it doesn't really matter. I mean, yes, Kassadin can counter AP, but Scion technically isn't made to be an AP champion. I mean, yes, he can, but...
See, Kassadin would have given us a chance to counter Scion's ganks, though. That's the thing. Scion would have been just as mobile as Kassadin, or Kassadin would have been just as mobile as Scion.
And
I just want to point something out.
Akali would have been better.
I just want to point something out. I do have my main JD Mastery set put on, and I don't know. I decided to troll me.
I think Akali would have been better because that would have been somebody that could jump on Vayne easier.
Yeah.
No, Akali would just get blown up.
Wait. RCT just said he didn't want to play Akali, and none of them, like, Teemo was blind, is useful on Vayne and yes, but we never got a chance to do it just because of the Scion and Alistar. Like, that was a big problem. I picked Lee Sin.
I mean, they beat us with their first 2 picks.
Yep. Although, I don't know. I think Alistar was just kind of this entity that was there. Vayne was the big problem.
Yeah.
And Wukong
I
was...
honestly,
Go ahead.
Sion was the biggest. I mean, honestly.
if we were playing like our normal game, I'd say Soraka, Zillion, Talon, don't care what the range AD is, Nocturne. That's what I think the team should have been on our side.
I mean, like, Soraka kind
And
of was...
probably,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was thinking maybe Caitlyn, but Caitlyn's banned. Somebody that outranges Vayne would have been preferable.
Ezreal was the only other person, besides, like, Kog'Maw. But I couldn't pick Caitlyn. I don't own Caitlyn. I'm not used to playing managed AD. I think our biggest problem this entire game was, just, first off, me not being, like, or the mix-up in our roles, and also, we were scared. Like, we were playing super passive when he shouldn't have been so passive.
Yeah.
And 1 second, I'm going to switch to the next
We
video.
saw their ELO and just kind of freaked out.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to the next video, because this video is pretty much done. Okay. What the
You should title all the videos, by the way.
I
Just
will.
putting that out there.
I will, eventually. Just wanted to do this now. Okay.
That is what the. What was that?
I don't know.
It does that.
It does that
Oh,
sometimes.
it's not loaded. It's not loaded, it does it. Oh, okay, so, yeah, we're actually gonna watch the game.
Unfortunately,
I
we're
think
only
what-
watching it from Kulik's point of view.
I think, what we done level 1 was okay.
The fuck is going on?
Just leave it. Leave it. Don't do any. Just leave it.
Don't touch it. Stop touching it.
Don't.
Okay, there we go.
Stop touching
Smaller.
it. You're still touching it.
Some way to think.
Are you on Firefox 8?
Oh, that was
Are you on Firefox
I know
8?
the bomb was. Sec.
Okay, back to
think
the main
we-
subject of the matter.
I think what we done level 1 was perfectly fine. And it was pretty
Oh
good.
my god. Okay, I'm just gonna stop
I mean,
touching
we
it.
probably could have been a little more aggressive level 1, too.
I don't think going for red would
They
be a
have,
good idea.
they have 3 stuns, like their level 1 I say would have been better.
Right, showing me. With my
Fuck off.
515 gold. See, we could have been... With my 515 gold, we should have just abused that with my... Like, we could have been more aggressive. I had a health pot. That's 200 extra health. I never used that health pot.
I mean, in retrospect, I probably should have gone, like, tried to go a different support, like maybe Karma or, Alistar, because Soraka is, like, a really passive support champion, especially against our lane, where skills don't really matter, so the silence is useless. And Starcall, I mean, what's the point of that? We're not doing magic damage.
Yeah.
I still think one of the problems that we had is playing too squishy of a champions.
That was a big problem.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I think.
that's what I said, and no one said anything about it early game. Like, I was...
Because we weren't paying attention
Well,
to you.
we already picked everything at that
No,
point. We
no.
couldn't change it. We couldn't change it at that point.
What? Yeah, we were down to the last 2 picks. You could have... We were Solar and, RCT,
Well, we
I
needed the
think
range
it was.
AD, and there's no real tanky range AD except for Graves.
Well,
And we banned Graves,
when
and
we
I don't know
saw-
Graves. Go ahead.
When we saw the Scion, we should have kind of started getting a little tankier.
Yeah, we didn't... We saw Scion, we're just like, oh, it's Scion. Every Scion we see is bad. And then, like, we were
Well, I
in
mean,
normal
the
ones.
big- I mean, two of the biggest factors that I feel that our problems were one, we were kind of rushed, and because I mean, I was AFK, and when I get back, I have like 20 seconds to ban. So I didn't really have an opportunity to really do anything. We couldn't talk about what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then, we didn't know our enemy or the enemy people we were going to play. We didn't know them. I mean, we didn't know what they were going to play. So I'm just kind of like randomly banning.
Yeah.
We get used to that.
Well, I mean, like, no, in competitive scenarios, everybody knows what TSM's going to play. Everybody knows what, what's it called? Epic's going to play, or COG's going to play. Like, ban Rammus against
But
Epic.
they have
means
the
that matters.
ability. But if
I
they
think
ban
right
something,
there, when you got late to lane, I think that affected bot lane. Or it probably did affect bot lane a little bit.
And
Because you
it got me
missed
behind,
out
like,
on the whole wave.
4 CS. I wasn't that far behind. Like, trust me, she went like 20 CS ahead of me real fast. And I mean, like, that 4 CS wouldn't have made a difference. It was super passive. We were just going like, max range, get this skill shot.
well, look how passive I was playing. I have the LoL replay. I'll give it to you, and you can watch it through LoL replay. But I was pretty much almost turret hugging. I wasn't actually turret hugging, but I was practically turret hugging after like the first 2 ganks, and I was still getting killed.
I'm gonna be honest. I really would have rather you take a different AD champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you I don't like Ezreal as an AD champion. I mean, to do any like real damage, you have to kind of like land your skill shots.
Really early.
I was landing my skill shots mainly.
Pokey.
I mean, it's like
My problem is he's
not that many early.
My problem is that he's way too squishy for me. Like for me, I just think he's too squishy. PMs. There's not
They're
much
all
more.
ranged.
Oh my
These
god.
are.
Like
You
I
guys-
seriously think that Ashe kind of would have been
I mean,
Ashe would have been better because at least she has that like AOE stun.
yeah, Ashe would have been strong, but we didn't have the damage to follow up from Ashe, and Ashe doesn't have much damage herself. SU is fine as long as he has a strong early game. Like, we can't get super far behind early game, and we did. So, I mean, like, I need buffs. Ezreal is super buff dependent. He needs at least blue, or at least he needs one or the other. So,
No, I think you should have gone such a buff dependent champion, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, like, I'm not used to
Urgot.
playing Mage AD. I have...
Urgot shock.
Yeah,
Go.
I was thinking about Urgot. There's, like, Urgot, Ezreal, Tristana, and Ashe. Those are my AD champion picks that I can actually play, I guess. Or I can play Kog'Maw, I guess.
Urgot would have shut down Vayne. Like, it would have been easy to shut down Vayne.
Urgot would have been a
Really.
really strong pick. You're right.
Tristana, if you're playing passive and
See,
just
look
farming,
Look at
Tristana
mid
would
lane.
have, like, scaled better than...
Look at the mid lane. Look how well not anymore, but I was like all the way back to that turret.
And I see you ganking mid. So,
Yeah,
Vayne
and
is
then
really
you come-
pulling ahead of me
and I
in
was-
CS. I mean, like, Vayne and Sion were really high elo players. We knew that. We just didn't really prepare for it. Like, I knew my CS was going to be bad compared to Vayne's. I just didn't expect it to be
I
that
honestly do think that RCT like done top really well, like as far as counter jungling and stuff.
Yeah, RCT did well top. But I
He
mean,
may
I
have
also
been-
think it kind of has. I also kind of think it has something to do with the fact that he's playing a ranged champion versus a melee champion, and he has that blind.
Teemo is really strong
Well,
against
the thing
Wukong.
about
I'm not
The thing
really
about-
saying like his lane in general. I mean, like he was like in their jungle a lot, stealing red like every time I came up.
I think of RCT, not to be rude or anything, is that he doesn't have synergy with this team, and that's because we're not used to playing him. I mean, he just started playing with us. I mean, like in a while today, and we haven't really. Well, he hasn't ever played with recently with us top as top with cooling it down below, and he doesn't have a mic, which doesn't really help.
Yeah.
So it's just like the synergy of having RCT.
True.
I mean, he's a great solo player. He's used to playing solo. So as a solo player, he's really great. He has very great independent skills, but he doesn't have synergy with us. His style of playing is different.
Okay, now this gank bottom was
Just kind of.
like mid should have followed Scion there.
Yeah, we could turn that into a 4v3.
See, it's like all free, and I was there. Yeah, and I was there. And if mid came down, we could have probably countered it. Because I don't think he was anywhere near that.
No, I was at mid, and I called the Scion. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could have followed him and turned that 3v2 gank into a 4v3 gank. And, like, that would have gotten us... Like, that Scion, he was low health. We could have easily gotten a first blood there. So... Like...
The thing with casters is they really don't scale, like, crazy with items. They scale with levels and kills. Like, that's why you stick them in solo lanes and you stick an AD in bot lane. It's because AD scale with items and casters scale with levels.
Kills mean level advantage and gold advantage.
Well,
Which
kills
gold
do help,
advantage
but
means item advantage.
basically, just gank more. Yeah, just
Just
gank more.
gank more.
I know, that's what I need to put that at mid. That's like the one thing I
So
need
we
to
had
learn still.
pretty strong, like we knew what they were doing near our bush or whatever. Like we were pretty okay. Like Ezreal can get back fast. So that's very fine.
Another thing to mention was these lanes were pretty hard to gank.
Yeah, Alistar Vayne would just
I
push
think
you away.
top was really top. I'd get pushed away, stunned, knocked up, pushed back, like be constantly CC'd and take a bunch of free damage. Mid, I'd be stunned, and then he'd just walk away with his shield. Top was really the only place I could have actually ganked.
Yeah.
And RCT was
I
pushing
think I
that
needed
so far.
somebody
Mid, if he stuns you, that means that I can stun him, because if he goes in, then I can easily stun him.
Basically, the thing is as soon as Lee Sin gets close enough for Sign to Stun,
I think
Sign to Stun.
Gangplank or somebody. I think Gangplank would have been a pretty good pick, because then CC'd, I just ate an orange.
See,
It's okay.
Ezreal's pretty hard to gank as well, just because of his E.
Nocturne would have been good too, because Nocturne's like the king of counter ganking.
Yeah, okay, and Nocturne would have been a good pick. And I think you even asked me if
See,
Pro
this
was
is
going
where
to, I said no.
This is where I get caught here with Solar, except Solar gets the kill
What the hell just happened?
because they focus me.
Yeah.
Scream and Black, okay. We did get the kill back, but if I had
If I remember this correctly, we should just the way using escaping, and you should have just took the damage and dealt the damage so we could have killed Yi, because I killed Yi seriously right after you died.
Or the other thing we could have done is we could have gone bot, and then we could have gone. Really? We could have gone into that bot to come, and then we could have gotten an early advantage at bot, on their health. So if we had two, it would start off as a 4v1, and then it would go to a 4v2 when Yi comes down, and then when Bane.
Okay.
Just close the tab.
It's good now. Don't worry.
You're watching on the CLG website instead of on 3D. Or 3, yeah.
So really right here, we're just
that's something I need to learn too.
if I had just been spamming Q the entire time I was in lane against both of them, it would have been pretty strong. But I think that really they picked a really good ungankable comp.
Though you're not quite hitting them.
Yeah.
See, that's what
Pick
I'm
a
saying.
ganking comp.
This is what I was saying earlier today, is that we need to pick a comp, and we should stick within boundaries to it. I mean, like, we can't, like, make it our Bible, but, like, we should have, like, alternatives, like, okay, we're gonna play this, and then if they go this, we'll play this. And, like, we should have certain comps, like, we need to be more, like, structured, unless, I mean, right now, we're very versatile, and that's a good
The
thing.
thing is, whenever
but
we
need
come
to
up with
be more
comps, we're always like, let's go with the unkillable Tryndamere comp, or the let's keep everybody away from let's AoE comp or something.
Well, okay, the unkillable Tryndamere comp, that was more of like, okay, let's just kind of mess around. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
our
that was a
AoE comp,
cheese.
that was really successful.
I'm just saying that
But
like,
it
What is your
actually
AoE
we
comp?
need to think about things like just like this comp, super ungankable while being super ganking, like super good at ganking. So,
May I also comment that all their team has flash, and then they have everything different. Like they have flash, and then ignite flash, exhaust flash, smite flash, something else.
yeah,
they
usually
have
we do
flash
that
and something
unless we
else.
get like top lane's the main variable there
No, I
between
know,
like
No one on their team has the same second summoner spell. Everyone has two
I know,
different. Has
usually
smite.
top lane is really depend. That really depends on top lane. Top lane will go teleport or ignite or exhaust or cleanse or whatever. Like it just depends on if they get teleport or not. So me buying items.
Exciting.
I think we need to work on, like, I know I have trouble doing this, is what makes a champion strong, and like, you know, why pick this champion
Mm-hmm.
over this one and stuff. Like, know a champion's strengths and weaknesses.
We can make a list. More lists.
Man, you missed the scripts like crazy.
Who, me?
No,
Well, there's
Israel.
Yeah. No, I didn't
idea.
expect them to move down so far. Jeez.
Mhm.
So at this point, they're like super ahead of us in CS.
when was there a giant cut on my foot? Jesus Christ, that is huge.
Random.
That's random.
Okay, so here we see them get a dragon, and then they pop like everything. I pop like 2 flashes. They still like flash, ult, ghost, everything. Get raped. And then I just
I
like
don't
don't
think we
even.
should have contested that.
We just wanted to know if it was there, and we didn't have it warded. We didn't have Stevie available.
But see, look right there, a stun, and it takes you that far.
Sore, if you landed your Q on by Doku,
Although
you could have
Soraka's
lived and gotten a
OP,
kill, man.
and she's keeping you alive.
You know, land your Q on by Doku.
I mean, if you think about it, were a lot more mobile than us. I mean, even during that, I mean, yes, they pop flash and stuff like that, but they were still able to get, all 4 of them were still able to get to us and basically kill all of us.
What advantages do we have?
Our
We had
team
good
poke.
pokes.
We had poke.
Ugh.
We never got
We
to
had
use our
poke,
poke.
But I mean,
Yeah, but we were never in a
Poke doesn't really
standoff.
mean
They were so
anything.
far ahead, they just rushed us.
If we never got a chance to poke,
I mean-
that's the problem.
poke didn't really mean anything when they had basically the damage soaks that they had. And I mean, we were never really in that standoff situation because I mean, Sion does have that stun,
Yeah,
which basically shuts down a champion for like 2 seconds.
We needed to get into it a bit. Like, we needed to be stronger early game. That was our main problem, is that their Sion just, like, screwed us over.
Well, we had more of a team comp. Like they had more of a skirmish comp. Like with Vayne. Vayne is definitely not like a team player, and same with Sion. Like if you
Vayne's
in
plenty
a
of
team
team player.
fight, well, not really, because you can like if you focus her, it's really easy to kill her.
No, she can knock you back,
not-
she can roll away, she can go invis.
I know that's 1v1. If you focus her, you can't. You can only knock down one person. You can
That's
only
why you get Nocturne.
Yeah, we probably should have
No,
done
but
it
okay,
after
and
that.
They also had a lot of counters to keep us off of the Vayne. I mean, Alistar, Sion, Wukong.
I know, but what I'm saying is that basically they team fight wise maybe not Ezreal so much, but like Soraka is team fight, more of a team fight person. Lee Sin, sort of.
Well, no,
Teemo
Ezreal is plenty of
definitely.
a team fight person. His W increases his teammates' attack speed and slows the enemy's attack speed.
Well, okay, whatever. Alright, so
And Soraka
Ezreal,
honestly isn't. Soraka is not really that great in a team fight. I mean, all she has is her heal. And, I mean, maybe her star call, but that's not really a whole lot.
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, I don't think I should have picked Soraka.
yeah, I don't know why you picked Soraka. I was questioning that. And Soraka Ezreal didn't make sense to me either.
Soraka Ezreal because of the mana. I could have popped a lot more Qs. If I had just like spammed Q all
Yeah,
through
you could
lane,
have just spammed.
and I didn't, and that was the problem.
You
Yeah,
could've
you
gotten
weren't
that last
using
hit right
your
there, by the
early
way.
game advantage.
You could get them that last up there.
See,
oh,
we were
okay,
really,
you just got later.
Scared, I guess. Okay, Chris gets caught here.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, I was kind of the opposite. I got really cocky.
And then I get raped into tower.
I mean, just look at how much damage that Sion was able to take.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think his E needs to be nerfed.
Mm. Oh well, we're not talking about
Yeah.
champion balance here. We're talking about our
Because
mistakes
think of it.
and what they did right.
We-
But yeah, we just got like they're ganks.
I wish I
them.
landed my Q right here too. But I hit Vayne.
So buy my record now. But their
You don't
ganks
really
were
need to
strong.
sell those health.
Their ungank ability was strong. We just didn't think about champion strengths and weaknesses. Like we didn't counter pick them at all. Oh my god, we just like let's just pick stuff and see what we can do.
Well, I mean, honestly, no offense, but we didn't really have time to.
Yeah, it should have been tournament draft.
Well,
I told them to pick tournament draft. They didn't believe. They just no tournament draft.
I was
Get a
telling
draft.
you guys like what we should have done, and you were like, no, we shouldn't do that. And now you guys are agreeing with me. So I'm just
No,
putting that
I
out
wasn't
there.
there for like half of what you were saying.
No, this is after you came back. I was saying like, oh, we should go this, and no, this is better.
What did you say?
Like we already talked about this, but like I
more
told
tanky
you,
people
we needed. I said Ezreal not a good choice against what they have, and you're like, no, it's okay, it's K. But
He didn't have oranges.
Well, I have like literally my main
yeah.
GD consists of Ezreal, Tristana, and like Ashe.
Tristana. Why didn't you go Tristana?
Because I thought that Tristana was just I don't know. I probably should have picked Tristana.
Tristana was a really
I
good
just-
pick.
just-
I
I wanted to abuse Ezreal's range early game. Like I wanted to use that to my advantage.
But I mean, no offense, but you miss all your cues.
My Q's weren't that bad.
Well, you
And
either miss a
Vayne
lot or
outranges Ezreal.
you either miss them or a minion takes it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you were not able to harass. You were not able to harass her. I mean, you missed there. Well, you're in the future, aren't you?
there.
I know she tumbled out of that one.
He, I
Missed that
think
one.
we just need. I think we need to have comps, and not comps, but like have a lineup, and not just like pick a champion just like out for no good
Oh,
reason.
what?
Just pick a champion because we feel like playing them or
Why-
anything like that.
My screensaver just went.
Why is your screen? Your screen's black. Your screensaver's black.
Yeah, it's just blackness. Anyways, well,
That's so. That's not really a screensaver. It's
anyways,
completely
I'm not
black.
range
It doesn't
AD.
serve its-
I don't play range AD. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I would have much preferred to have been there. He's better at range AD than I am. 24/7 or 100%. Jesus.
So we know that Kulik should not be JD.
I'm
Dude,
good
I
at
can't
range
go
AD in normal
range AD
games.
either.
Jeez. I can play just
Well,
Ezreal
you
and
just said yourself.
As in just on
See,
against
the
bad
problem
players
with-
all day, man. 1,600 players, nope.
Zeroth is like hard at this. Like he's not really like a ganker, and I mean.
See, I'm hitting my
okay,
Qs
Let me
here.
read
Jeez.
this. Let me
I hit, like,
let me
three
read.
blind
Well, I mean,
Qs.
you're just randomly tossing them out. And, I mean, by this time, it's kind of too late.
Yeah.
Shut up. Okay, so Zeroth is the reason that we like Zeroth, or I know Kulik loves him, that is because his ulti can like decimate a whole entire team. And the problem with this game is, and I don't know if they did this on purpose or not, but they pretty much never had more than like a 3v3 or 4v4.
Or we just got
we never
raped
had like
early. Like, the Alistar, so strong.
anyway, so we never had like a full team fight. And that was one of our like, as I said, team comp. Like it's just like what? Like I know we like to play Zeroth, but in the end we didn't need Zeroth because we had enough like with the.
Let's go through it.
You
Chris
know.
was first pick. Okay, we had just the first pick.
First pick Soraka. If
Yeah.
you first pick Soraka, you have to go mid Soraka. Just like, why would you first pick Soraka?
Yeah, I do
were-
regret going Soraka.
Yeah.
You were afraid of that they would take Soraka, but it's not that big of a deal. Soraka's not that overpowered.
Yeah, we,
Sleep well.
what? Oh, okay.
What?
I'm talking to my parents.
Okay. Oh my god. That pissed me off. Right there.
That was funny, though.
I didn't see that before. I was wondering
my
why you
E.
like that.
Screw me.
Yeah, that was funny.
He just flashes after me. It's like,
Oh, and then you just got like
I could
push
have
raped.
like killed him right there.
And I
Oh,
tried
and
to
a
do
big Q.
damage, but I couldn't really do that much damage to him.
I mean, see, his shield just soaks up all of that damage.
you get so much health from 2 Doran's rings. He has like no armor, no magic resist, just like 2 Doran's rings, 3,000 health. Take you all on.
Who?
Scion.
Oh.
Okay, so
he gets like free items.
okay, if we could redo our picks and bans, okay? If we could redo our picks and bans, what would we have done? Alright, just don't focus on anything else right now.
Would have picked Nocturne.
Let's go
Okay,
through it in
well,
order.
for first
Let's
pick-
go through it in order.
For first pick, I kind of don't know. I probably would have rather gone like Alistar or even Blitzcrank.
We should have our
Because
team in order. We should have
If
had our
I can
team in
get
order.
like, if I can get like one of those pulls, it basically just knocks them out of position, especially early game.
Against Alistar, though, Blitzcrank is kind of just like negated. If you ask me. Like,
And versus Vayne. But I mean, if I had gone Alistar, like,
Hmm.
I don't really think that anything would have mattered that much. I mean, she has that tumble to get away.
Okay, so what did they picked
Scion
Da-da-da.
and
Scion.
Alistar.
Alistar, first pick. Yeah.
Scion. So Scion All-Star. Okay, so if I sell Scion All-Star, seeing the Scion, most Scions go top, so I don't know. I was
No,
expecting
most Scions go middle, for what
I
I've
see
seen. From
most-
what I've seen.
This
Well-
right here, this skirmish right here, we come out ahead.
Back 3 for 0.
Okay,
and
well,
then
anyway-
Timo dies.
Anyways,
Squirmish.
okay, shut up. So I would like. Okay, so let's say Scion did go mid. Then if Scion would have mid, I would have gone Cassidon just because there's like Cassidon is a lot better counter than like I don't have anyone that can counter him. I mean, I'm bad at Morgana, and we banned Morgana, or one of ours did. I can't remember one, but yeah, Morgana.
Yep.
I'm bad at
Morgana
Morgana.
would have been a good
first.
pick.
Morgana definitely would have been a good pick. And, she wasn't banned. We could have, and against like, we knew Scion Alistar. Right there, we should have known that they would just be, like, raping us with ganks and with, just stuns and everything. And we had nothing to go for that. We're
Yeah.
just like, let's, do normal stuff. It's like,
RCT, Zeroth is good versus, like, is okay versus Scion, but the problem is that Scion has an early game advantage, and we couldn't, like, this is the problem with our team comp that we had, is that we had no early game. Like, Ezreal's
Me.
late game, Teemo's late game, okay, you're mid game, but everyone else on our team
Lee Sin's
was
all
pretty
game.
much...
Lee Sin is uncounterable.
These guys are early,
Anyways,
mid, and late.
But I mean, like, against Yi is super late game. They had such a balanced team. Vayne is like super late game, or not just super late game. Vayne's like mid game and late game. Yi is late game.
Yi,
Alistar
Yi
is
is
all
like
game.
never game.
Alistar is all like past level 2 all game. Then what else did they have?
Wukong was just
Wukong was just a pick. I think Jigsaw was the worst player on the team, so I don't really care about the Wukong. And who was
And
there?
Sion is like really strong early game.
Sion's good early and mid game, not very good late game, or not as strong late
He
game.
falls.
He falls off.
He
Yeah.
falls off because of team fights. Because if you can CC him, bring the rest of the team away. It's like end for him. He relies like. Have you seen This is why we hate Sion.
Yeah.
Basically, that is AP Sion in a whole like. Once his shield goes off, you saw how like Jarvan like blocks Sion from going in, and then basically he's just shut off. That's basically right. Like once you can, it's like Tryndamere. Like once you can just like kick him out. Like when Tryndamere ultis, if you can just like CC him, like Vayne kick, then or like Lee Sin kick, then they're pretty much out. They can't do anything.
Okay, back to picks and bans. If we could have picked our... Alright, so our Soraka was a bad pick. We know that. What would we have picked instead? If we had every champion to pick from, what would we have first picked?
I probably would have preferred Zona if I had every champion, but she was banned.
Sona was banned. We couldn't pick her. What else could we pick?
You just said every champion.
Every champion, if they're not banned, or picked for the enemy team.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what I'm saying. We have to follow their rules. Let's say we're on the tournament server, where we get free everything.
I probably would have gone like Alistar.
Yeah. Like, we could have picked anybody. Okay. So, now, we see this Sion and their Alistar. We picked Xerath and, I think, Teemo right there. What should we have picked?
Yeah.
Because that was not good. That was one as strong as we could have.
I actually think Teemo was a good pick.
Yeah, I think Morgana would have been better, but like he said,
They banned Morgana.
not very
No,
good.
nobody banned Morgana.
They didn't ban him.
Morgana was free. Or Morgana was open.
No, wasn't it like their first, second ban?
Nope.
No.
They banned Caitlyn.
Rammus is second ban.
Caitlyn,
Rammus,
Rammus, and Sona.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I could have played Morgana. Damn it. Okay.
I thought you couldn't play Morgana though.
No, I can. It's just that I like rely a lot on solar, just because basically my Morgana is very passive.
Well, I mean that's fine. You're allowed to rely on your jungler.
I know. I just didn't feel comfortable. Anyways, if I was equally as good on every champion, then
Well, no, not like
I-
equally as good, but like what do you think you can play? I mean, you have every champion. What do you think you could play, and what do you think you should have played?
Let's
I say
see.
Morgana.
Where's the biggest?
I think Morgana would have been a really strong pick.
Yeah, Morgana would have been a really good pick. In fact, on the calendar sheet it says Morgana is the best pick. Like the best pick. I also think that Kassadin would not have been half bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Cassidy would have been able to
get
counter.
See, I think
against-
Kassadin was a bad pick.
You think it would have been, or
I don't
wouldn't?
think so.
Because you would have been, because you said yourself that Sion's stun outranges you. Outranges
Kassadin-
your silence.
I think that if
Kassadin
Ron's-
can't.
Oh my god. Screensaver.
Kassadin can't push a Scion.
Yeah, but I didn't have a problem with that. I did
Yeah.
not have a problem with pushing. He was playing way too passive.
I think that
That's why.
but
That's
you-
why I was heart hugging.
Okay, wait, let's just keep going, guys, because the game's almost over and don't want to do this without background stuff for people to look at. Okay, so I think the Kassadin would have been an okay pick because it would have allowed us to gank just as much as they did, and you can lane against Sion with Kassadin. It's not that big a deal.
I think Morgana would have been good too.
Yeah. I almost just clicked on the no for this vote. The
No, I don't want to lose. Oh, whoops! I accidentally clicked. Okay, go ahead.
And then, okay, what were our next picks? Leeson and
wait, no, their next
Ezreal,
picks
right?
picks were Vayne, and I think who was it? Vayne Yi.
I love how I get the kill on
So right there,
Vayne right there.
Vayne Yi. We knew that they were going for that was really late game, right? We could have picked somebody else who was late game, like Nasus. Nasus would have been amazing right there, right?
No, by then we were already really late game with Zeroth and Teemo.
I think Nasus would have been kind of bad because like he had so much like Nasus doesn't really have a gap closer, and they had so many
Yeah, he
like
does.
pushaways.
He has a slow that's like extremely
No,
slow.
but I'm saying like once
But
they got into
he's gonna
range, like Vayne would have to get into range. As long as
Yeah.
Nasus is in the front of the fight, Vayne would have to get into range for a Wither. And then, like, she didn't have cleanse. So Nasus would have been a good pick if RCT could play Nasus. And then we picked Ezreal at the same time.
I think RCT can play Nasus actually.
Okay. Well, he wasn't set up for it. He only wanted to play Teemo or Kali, which was a problem. But alright, so next we had we picked Ezreal Teemo, or not Ezreal Teemo. Yeah, Ezreal Teemo there. Or no, we picked Ezreal Lee Sin there.
Yeah, Ezreal.
That was
we
bad.
picked- No,
Ezreal was a bad pick.
no, the jungler
Yeah.
was the last one.
No, we had two picks.
Oh yeah, we already done that.
Ezreal Lee Sin.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's right. Ezreal. I think honestly, from my point of view as a jungler, I think Nocturne would have been better because it's been so much easier to gank the lanes.
yeah,
Because I could spell shield like the stun and everything.
Nocturne would have been very
Mhm.
good. I agree with that. So Nocturne
And
would have
then
been an amazing pick.
I think like Tristana or Ashe would have been a better pick than Ezreal.
I think if
I
I
think
could,
it's
if we
fine.
had Urban here and he had every AD carry, the best pick would have probably been Urgot. I think Urgot would have been amazing.
He's not good at Urgot though.
Well, I can play Urgot,
And
and I
he
should have
did-
played Urgot. I really should have played Urgot there.
The only thing is with a strong late game too.
Right there, we say we'll trade Urban for Vayne. Went that Vayne. But we could have played Urgot. We could have played Tristana for an equally good late game, almost. And
Cool, you type really slow. Just putting that out there.
well, I didn't want to screw up. You know how I usually screw up, right? That's what I type fast. Oh my god. I wound up saying like,
Well, I mean,
ew.
nothing against you, Cooley, but I think Ezreal was a bad choice for AD carry.
Yep. I just so
I
I
mean,
don't know.
think
he's so
Lee Sin-
skill shot dependent for
I
doing
think Lee
damage.
Sin was like Lee Sin's probably my best character, my favorite character and everything. But I think he was a bad pick. I think Nocturne would have been way better.
Alright, fine. Want to see me type fast?
No, I don't.
That's me typing fast. How are you?
Alright, I'll type fast. I forgot to eat. I totally forgot to eat.
Alright, so I'm going to end this
Like,
recording. We could have played a lot better.
It's not that
What?
it's not that like I didn't even hit the E. I just like totally blanked out and forgot the E. I was like, okay, you spell RAR, right?
Wow, ICT.
Well, I think we should basically trying to keep play against them.
Yeah.
I
They
think
will
we
be
should
our benchmark
rematch
forever.
when Urban. I think we should rematch when Urban that can actually play.
Yep. So
Because I mean, they're a good experience versus higher ELO players. I mean, if I had to give us, I'd say we're about 1,200, maybe 1,300 if we're lucky.
stopping.